会ったこともない人間だよ。
Let's talk about the new film from Kiyoshi Kurosawa, Cloud, which I got the chance to watch at TIFF. And let me tell you about this film. I was not expecting what I got here. But before we get into that review, hit that subscribe button, notification bell. 35,000 subscribers is our goal, less than 3,000 to go. So really would appreciate you subscribing. But let's talk about the film, which we follow Yoshi, who is a young man who sells goods online. Pretty much a reseller, if you will, like eBay, things like that. And then some things start to escalate because of this, and he is just going to be in a whirlwind of trouble. That's all I'll say. But first and foremost, I got excited about seeing Kurosawa having a new film at TIFF. I prepared, I watched Cure, I watched Pulse, and I was just ready to see what Cloud was going to be. I felt like that was going to be like the vibe of this movie, just based on stills and posters and things like that, so I was ready for that. And let me tell you, I was not ready at all. This film took me for a loop because it was nothing of what I expected. So when you go see this movie, have no expectations and be prepared to be in awe about what's about to happen, because Kurosawa really takes this film in a direction that is just wild in that second act. But let's start off with the performances here. Masaki Suda, who plays Yoshi, was so amazing here because he plays such a distinct character from the beginning when we first meet him to the end of the film. He is just different, and I really love seeing this person go full circle by the end of it. And the performance he lays out is just so subtle, but it just works so efficiently well. And the ending, I gotta talk about that at another time because of spoilers, right? But you also have the character of Kotone Furukawa, who plays Yoshi's lover, and her name is Akiko in the film, and I think that she was great as well. She just really is oozing with this personality throughout the film, and you see her do certain things, and you're just wondering, I don't know how to feel about this character, but you know what? They are charming, and I'm just gonna go with her, right? You also have Daiken Ukudawa playing Sano, who is Yoshi's assistant, and this is going to be everybody's favorite character by the end of it. I don't care what anybody says. Probably one of my favorite characters of the whole year when it comes to film. There is something about this character that just works so well, and I thought every actor involved here just did a phenomenal job with it. The film in itself has so many different genres it's blending. It feels like a thriller, it feels like a horror film, it feels like a comedy, it feels romantic, and then it has some action sequences, and I really love how Kurosawa blends all of this together into this film. By the end of it, I was just like, what the hell did I just watch? I don't even know how to describe this film to anybody. And I really do think that Kurosawa has such a way of telling a story here as well. And all of that to say that all of these genre blendings, all of these different tones the film has, it will leave some people leaving the theater and being like, I don't know what the hell that was, and I don't know how to feel about it. I didn't like it. Things like, I heard all of it. I heard all of it leaving the theater when I was watching it over at Toronto. But I myself thought about it even more after, and it just felt like a real life story. You know, there's no genre in life. You feel all of these different things at once. There are moments that are dark and they have some comedy to them, and the Night Bitch director, which I got to do a review for that as well, talking about that when she does her film, she's not trying to approach it with a certain genre in mind. She's just going to lay out the story, and maybe certain aspects, certain scenes, certain times in the movie, there will be the sort of genre feeling to it, but then it's going to be what it was. So that's what Cloud feels like. It feels like a combination of everything, but it just feels like real life at the end of the day. But I will tell you, there is some key action sequences here that are just so laid out so well. It is gonna leave you like on the edge of your seat wondering, I don't know what's about to happen. Anything can happen. There's just so many surprises as well here. But I think where this film really does elevate is when it comes to the thriller aspect, because there are moments in this movie where things are just waiting to happen and you're just tense there. You're just like, oh man. And I really think that the way that Kurosawa directs it and the way that you're just anticipating these next moments are so well done, honestly. I don't know if there's a moment I would call like a parody or satire of things. There are moments that feel so comedic as well, and it feels like it's like making a bit of a joke of some of the more films that take themselves too seriously as well, and I really love those aspects of the movie also. All in all, I think Cloud is definitely a movie that's so interesting, and to see Kurosawa directing something like this when the man is about to be 70 is just so enlightening. Like I said about Luca Guadagnino's film Queer, it is a director who has a like catalog of work already, and they're just directing so fresh and so different from what they've done before. And I always love to see that, these directors taking this sort of, like, I would say, risk and doing something that just is so out there. This definitely is a movie to watch with an audience as well. Like, this is a midnight classic in the making. Like, you're gonna hear people talking about this years and years from now. They're playing it at the cult theaters, they're playing it at midnight with these rockets crowds, and there's gonna be like these inside jokes and things like that, because the movie just is so out there. It feels surreal at times as well. It is shot beautifully. That is one of the things I will tell you for sure. The cinematography here is crisp. The cinematographer, it says Yasuyuki Sasaki. Gotta give it up to them for this, because just incredible stuff. But overall, I really did enjoy the film by the end of it. There were some aspects of it where it was losing me at the beginning, because I feel like the pacing was a little bit too slow. But in retrospect, thinking about how the film sort of escalates, it is truly a slow burn. And I'm excited to watch it once again with everything I know about it now. And I feel like I'll get a different experience because of that. So definitely one of the films I recommend if you're a fan of Kurosawa, if you love these films that blend different genres all at once, because it is something to behold on the big screen. And like I said, watch it with a crowd. I think you get the most appeal from that. This is such a great communal experience with a theater, because everybody's laughing and it's just so much fun. It's a really fun movie, I will say that. But it does have a bit of heart as well. There is some messaging here, and I do want to talk about that as well, but that's going to be more in spoiler territory, where I talk about the themes and stuff about the film. So that'll come out when maybe it gets more of a bigger release and all of that, but it should be playing at some festivals, so let me know if you get a chance to watch it. But as always, that's going to do it for me. I give Cloud a 3.75 out of 5. There were just some aspects at the beginning, it just didn't really click with me, but once that second act comes through, and especially that third act, I was on board 100%. But anyways, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're on the road to 35,000 subscribers, less than 3,000 to go. We have a review on Anora, as well as The Apprentice, and other stuff coming really soon. So appreciate you. As always, stay safe, stay positive.